Welcome, Ace creators and my fellow Ace assassins, to another paranormal investigation. But tonight isn't any ordinary paranormal investigation, because tonight you join me in a 14-bedroom murder manor mansion known for its spooky sightings and also a murderous tragedy that happened many years ago, which I will be explaining in just a moment. So sit back, grab your drinks, your snacks and relax as me and Razor from Razor Twisted Exploring take you on this spooky, spine-chilling investigation. Before we investigate this house, it's important to understand why it became one of Staffordshire's most infamous locations behind the stories of hauntings and unexplained experiences lies the tragic death of a woman named Alice Wiltshaw. Alice Wiltshaw was 62 years old and lived here at Estoril Mansion with her husband Cuthbert Wiltshaw, a successful pottery manufacturer. In 1952, their home was a 14-room mansion in the village of Bellaston. On Wednesday, the 16th of July, 1952, Alice Wiltshaw's husband Cuthbert returned home from work, expecting an ordinary evening. Instead, he discovered his wife lying on the kitchen floor in a pool of blood. What police would uncover over the following hours shocked even experienced detectives. The trail of blood and other evidence led police to the conclusion that Alice had initially been attacked in the kitchen, probably while she had been preparing their evening meal. The intruder had selected 2 heavy logs from the celery and savagely beat Alice about the head, knocking her senseless. The killer had then gone upstairs to steal property and rifle through Alice's handbag, and upon returning downstairs, he discovered that Alice had recovered consciousness and was now standing in the hallway. The attack began once again as Alice tried her best to escape towards the kitchen. Her killer followed her, hitting as he went. All kinds of weapons had been used, including vases, ornaments that Alice had collected whilst living in the mansion, and finally a 4 feet long barbed poker, all of which were found heavily bloodstained. Alice had finally made her way back to the kitchen, and as she lay on the floor, dying, the callous killer had stabbed her to death through the head with the poker. He had also stabbed her in the stomach a number of times. Although the murder itself was shocking, what followed became one of the most malicious murder investigations that Staffordshire had ever seen. There were, however, clues for the police to examine. The killer had left behind a footprint and a pair of bloodstained gloves. As for the motive for this terrible crime, that was easy to determine. More than £3,000 worth of jewellery were found to be missing. Staffordshire police soon called in assistance from Scotland Yard, and Detective Superintendent Reg Spooner was sent to take charge of the case. He soon determined that there were no signs of a break-in, and that the murder took place when all the servants were off duty. This suggested that the killer was someone that Alice Wiltshaw knew, and someone who knew the household routine very well indeed. This in turn suggested that an ex-employee would be the right kind of candidate. One by one, all ex-employees were contacted and eliminated from the inquiry until only one name remained: the man that police could not trace. The prime suspect now appeared to be 29-year-old Leslie Green, an ex-Borstal boy who had been previously employed by the Wiltshaws as a gardener. He had used his employer's car without permission and had been dismissed for disobedience. All this had taken place just a few weeks before the murder. Further inquiries led witnesses to describe a man who fitted Green's description, eating in the bar of a station hotel in Stafford and leaving at 3:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. The same man was back in the hotel 3 hours later, and this fitted with the approximate time of Alice Wiltshaw's murder. In addition, other witnesses had placed a man fitting this description close to the house at about the time that Alice was killed. A few days later, Green was traced, and when his girlfriend was interviewed, she showed them some rings that Green had recently given to her. These had been taken from the dead woman's fingers and linked Green directly to the crime. The final piece of evidence was a tear in the thumb of a left-hand glove found at the scene of the crime. The tear matched exactly with the mark of a heel cut on Green's thumb, showing that he had cut himself while wearing them. It was also shown that Green's shoes matched the footprint found at the scene. Green's alibi was that he could not be the person responsible for Alice's death, as he had travelled to Leeds on that day by train to see his girlfriend. Surely he couldn't be in two places at once. Careful inspection of the railway times table, however, showed that Green would still have time to commit the crime and then travel on to Leeds, but further proof was needed. It was at this point that dogged police work had paid off. One of the items taken from the mansion where the murder took place was that of an old RAF greatcoat that Cuthbert Wiltshaw had used when he'd been pottering about his garden. Superintendent Spooner contacted the railway police and asked them if any old coats had been found on the day in question. A quick check revealed that a blood-stained RAF greatcoat had been found on a train, and the blood matched Alice Wiltshaw's. The train was the one Green would have caught when leaving Barlston. Green was found guilty of murder. There was no appeal, and Green was hanged by Albert Pierrepoint at Winson Green Prison in Birmingham on Tuesday, 23rd of December, 1952. For many people, Estoril Mansion is known for stories of paranormal activity, but before any of these stories existed, a real woman lost her life within these walls. Whether or not the events of 1952 have any connection to the reports that continue today is something each person must decide for themselves. With the history of the mansion explained, it was time to begin our investigation.
Elijah.
Name that. Have there been many?
Cross.
Cross. It's a cross. As we only know through the history of Alice.
There's a cross on the floor here, if that's what they're resonating to.
It definitely does look like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is it the cross on the floor that you're meaning? Andrea.
Oh, another name, Andrea. Elijah. Nice to meet you. What is you residents of this place? Did you attend the college down at the bottom? Oh, you was the original owners of the property.
here?
What happened here?
You want about the murder of Alice? The owner that her husband Cuthbert came back to find his wife in a pile of blood.
Spite.
Oh, doing something out of spite. Who did something out of spite? Did the person that murdered Alice do the murder out of spite? Did he rob her out of spite? Was there a reason why he robbed her? And unfortunately took her life.
She's come up saying he killed us.
Is this you, Alice, coming through?
If it is you, Alice, do you want to let us know by saying your name into the device?
So it was very spiteful, wasn't it? To rob off you. Be so callous with his ways. You seem such a lovely sort of person. And I'm sure your husband was looking forward to getting back home with you, having prepared a nice, lovely meal, and wanting to share that night together, to only find you in the kitchen in a pile of your blood.
Betrayal.
He did betray you?
Was he friends of yours that you kind of knew, given your good kindness, maybe they betrayed that and
So guys, Y Razor carries on with the spirit talker in the main room of the mansion. I'm gonna head to probably the most heaviest room in the mansion, which is the kitchen. I'm curious because when I first entered this room, obviously this room in the kitchen and the room in front of me were the bedding and baby stuff is, as you can see behind me. I felt just uneasy and quite a heavy presence, and obviously the kitchen unfortunately is where Alice died. I'm curious to see if she wants to come through and talk to me, so I'm going to use the spirit box. I'm doing an alone challenge in here, so wish me luck guys. So guys, I'm now in the kitchen and I'm all alone. I'm going to set the spirit box up now. I'm going to see if I can communicate with Alice herself and see if she wants to talk to me.
Xbox. Scanning. FM.
Alice? I mean you no harm whatsoever, but if you're with me right now, do you want to come through on this device and let me know? I come with nothing but respect, love and light. or if there's anyone else that wants to come through and communicate with me. You're more than welcome to. Just heard devil. It was awful what happened to you. I heard that he was badly betrayed. I just want to give you a chance to communicate. If there's anything that you want to say, if you feel unrested at all. Devil again. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I did. Child. Just her child? Are you at peace? That's the main question. If you're at peace, then say you're at peace. Do you like me being in here? Around here is the part where she got stuck. Are you still with me? If you need help, can you clearly purpose say help into this device for me? He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. He doesn't what? Starting to get really cold someone in here with me right now?
Get up. Get up.
Look down. Thought I heard someone else talking then, but it's just Razor in the other room. Is someone in here with me? You want me to leave? If you need help. And you clearly purpose say help. Starting to get warmer again now. It was really cold before, it was freezing. It's starting to get a bit warmer. Temperature keeps changing in here, which is really weird. And there's no draft or anything because there's no windows open. The door is completely shut, you can't open it, it's jammed, which I'll show you in just a moment to prove it. And I've tried shutting the front door as much as I can for the kitchen. This is just to prove to you that I'm all alone. There's no one else in here with me. It's just me by myself. Razor is still in the other room doing the spirit box session. But yeah, this is the place where Alice lost her life and she got stabbed to death through her head. Are you still trapped in here? Is there anything that you want to tell me? Just heard keep out. Do you not like it that I'm here? I just want to give you a chance to communicate and let me know if there's anything that you want to say. He beat me. He beat me. I just heard he beat me. Is that Alice? I'm assuming it is. Alice, I know. He beat you. I'm so sorry. That's incredible. Overwhelming. It was awful what he did to you, Alice. Unforgivable. Really cold now. Freeze. Yeah, freezing. I hope that you're not still trapped here. I hope that you've been able to find the light. Strong back or run back. Are you still here? Alice, if you're still here and you can see the light, I want you to walk towards the light. I want you to set yourself free. You don't have to feel trapped here. I know this may be irrelevant, but I mean, there's no way that a smell, what I'm smelling at the moment, can exist in here because there's no like empty food or anything like that. There's just like pine floor gel in a kettle and, you know, a couple of other bits and pieces that have been left behind. But I keep smelling like a rotten egg smell. And sometimes they say that when an entity is trying to manifest itself, it can come in the form of a really, really bad smell. going to ask a couple more questions on the spirit box and see if anything comes through, anything regarding this horrible smell. If not, then we'll move into another room, guys, but let's give it a try. I keep smelling the smell of rotten eggs in here. It's awful smell. Are you trying to manifest yourself? I just heard dragging across the floor then. I don't know if you heard that. I'm going to replay it now. It sounded as though someone had been pulled across the floor, something like that. Who are you? There is no way that sound can be made because there's no one else in here, it's just me. It sounded as though someone was being dragged across the floor. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, guys, I can't do it anymore. Well, whatever's in here, you mustn't follow me. You're not welcome to follow me. But Alice, I hope that you're at peace. I hope that you've managed to find the light and that you're not still trapped here after many, many years since you was murdered. Guys, I heard what sounded like dragging across the floor, and I didn't like that at all. There was a couple of responses that we got after I said about the rotten eggs. I just heard that there was some sort of like pulling, like dragging. It's made me feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to aggravate things, you know. Obviously, if anyone wanted to communicate with me, they would have done, but I just thought I'd give it a try. It was worth a try. But Alice, I hope you find peace. I hope that you're at peace and you don't have to feel trapped here. I think I'm going to move out of the kitchen now. Ray's is still doing his spirit talker in the other room. Something's telling me to try the basement. But yeah, this is where she got killed, so I'm going to try the basement.
Standing right here. Nice to see you. Where are you standing?
So I'm going to walk down now. Gonna see if we can figure out exactly what happened. Now, this is really scary, guys. I don't recommend that you try this at home because what I'm about to do is extremely dangerous. Going down the basement in the pitch black, you know, anybody could be down here, and I'm literally all on me. You can see there's no one else in here. Razor's still upstairs doing his spirit talker, So I'm going to ask a couple of questions and see if we can get any responses down here.
Xbox. Scanning. FM.
If there's any spirits down here that wish to communicate with me, that wish to communicate with me, that wish to communicate with me, do you want to make yourself known? You can use this device in my hand. I wish you no harm, only love and the utmost respect. Just going to place it on the table. Hey there, come in. Hey there. Is there someone with me? Rotten or rotting? Who's rotten? Photos. Yeah, there is photos here. There is photos. Are you on about the one that murdered Alice? I'm trying to say that they were rotten, because if you are, you're absolutely right. You don't have to be afraid.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Is there anyone with me?
Yes, but you.
28? 28. That might be relevant. To a year, maybe? Maybe the year's died, or... I don't know the ins and outs of everything just yet. I've been told a little bit of the history of the razor and some of the research that I've seen on YouTube already. And other people have investigated here, but as you can say, I don't know. As you can say, I don't know everything. So this video is over, I will run down the back history for you guys. I'm getting ages and numbers that are coming through at the moment. It does feel really eerie down here. I don't know whether it's just because or whether it's just because it's a basement. I'm not 100% convinced that it's as haunted as people say it is. The reason for that is because I've not really felt that much apart from the kitchen, really. I just feel like really sickly and feeling of dread and like sickness in my stomach, and I kept feeling like hot and cold temperatures. But in the mansion itself, I don't really feel that frightened, I will be honest. I'm saying that now, Ace Creators, and you never know, something might happen. Surprise me, but I need to feel more convinced to feel like it is haunted, you know, because as much as I don't mind using the spirit talker, I'm more interested in using like the EVP and the spirit box. It's just my sort of thing, and doing alone challenges because I want to debunk it for you guys, and I want to prove to you that what I'm doing is genuine, you know. So like I said, there isn't anyone in here, it's just me. Razor is still upstairs on the first floor. So let's continue the spirit box and see if anything else comes through. At the moment we've got 28 and 30. I'm rotten. If there is someone in here, you need to convince me that you are in here. I don't want to walk away thinking that this place hasn't got any paranormal. But if there is something here, please could you show me a sign? If you need help, could you say help for me? Here. Thank you for letting me know that you're here. Who am I speaking to? That right? It's not just me. It's either heavy breathing or someone being dragged again on the floor. static? Or is someone being dragged? Oh, breathing heavily. Are you breathing heavily on this device? Guys, there's literally no one in here with me. Like I said, I can't explain that. That's in here now, in the basement, and it was in here now, in the basement, and it was happening in the kitchen. It's the exact same noise, like a dragging, or heavy breathing. It's one or the other, but it sounds like someone's being pulled across the floor. You can hear that. Thank you. You just said you'd be a time. You did. Guys, I've just turned it off. I asked to be given a sign. They gave me a sign, and I believe that there is something down here. I'm feeling very lightheaded at the moment. That has freaked me out quite a bit because that was the same noise, not just in the kitchen but in the basement, and I am on my own. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for letting me know that there is something here. I don't, and I do not give you permission to follow me. Whatever is in here, you must stay in here. But yeah, whatever it is, I don't like it. It's not a nice presence anyway. So that was the basement, the same scraping noise as the kitchen. So gosh, shall we go and find Razor? No, I'm happy because I got shown a sign, which is what I asked, you know, so I'm satisfied in that sense. But I'm not happy because I'm a little bit spooked. A little bit. I'm not like, oh, but I'm a bit spooked. I'm thinking about getting an EVP. A part of me wants to go back down there. It's the adrenaline as well. But I don't want to obviously aggravate, you know, if there is anything. There isn't anyone in here now. Razor's moved somewhere else. Currently now in the main room, so let's do a little spirit box in here. And then we'll go and find Razor. See if we can do an EVP as well. I've now come back from the basement. Just heard someone say best music. There is a piano in here. I'll show you the piano again. I am in total dark, and the silly light that I've got, guys, is the one above my phone. And the piano's behind me. And the piano's behind me. He said best music. Hello. Razor's here. Hey, Razor.
I'm just about to go into the kitchen.
That was the first room I went in. I'm not joking. There's a couple of things in that. I'm not going to say what. Because I don't want to spoil it. And also...
It was very chatty here in the hall.
Yeah.
And up in the green room. Apparently, something not human. Jack and children. Toys.
I did hear someone say child, if you remember, guys, when we was in the kitchen, we heard a little boy or girl say child. Child. Just heard child. That was really interesting.
Definitely interesting because we've noticed after the murdered got mentioned.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get murdered? Oh, no way. I got rotten. Which was pretty interesting.
Left for dead.
Yeah. Like I say, guys, we've done separate investigations, so if you want to go and see Razor's full Spirit Talker investigation when I first started the video, please go and show your support and go and follow him on Razor Twisted Exploring. I think we've been a lot, guys, but no, that's insane. He actually got murder come through. Oh, there's just so much that's going on. I'm happy though, because I weren't as convinced at first that there was anything around or anything in the room with me, and then I just kept saying, if you can, could you give me a sign? And all I'm going to say is that I got a sign and I came back out after a bit of communicating. I came back out, but yeah. I'm going to do probably a spirit box in here.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'm going to spend a couple of minutes doing the kitchen.
Okay. And then coming in. Sounds like a plan. I'll do a quick spirit box and then I'll see you in a bit. So Razor's gone to the kitchen, guys, which is where I was earlier. I didn't say too much because I didn't want to spoil it for him, what I've captured. But yeah, let's carry on where we was. Let's see. We're still going. I just come from the basement. He was telling me about the piano. Well, saying that it is best music. So, was you referring to this beautiful piano in front of me? I feel? What do you feel? What do you feel? Sad? I'm sorry to hear that you feel sad. Why do you feel sad? Is it because of the energy in here? Does that make you feel sad? Do you need my help? If you need help, the colour purpose say help in this device. I do. Thank you for letting me know. Are you trapped here? dragging. I don't like that. Are you trying to frighten me? I said, give me a sign. He's giving me a sign. Now I'm getting freaked out. I appreciate it though. Because I want to believe. I believe. I believe. This is genuinely real. I do hear that, yeah. Freezing again. I might just stay in the cold, but it's really weird. I'm feeling a bit sick as well. You said that you needed help. What do you need help with? Do you want to leave this place? It keeps doing it, that dragging noise. Freaking me out. Keep hearing as though it's like someone's been pulled across the floor. I'm not joking, and I've never had that ever on a spirit box investigation, and I don't understand why it keeps happening. If you've ever experienced anything like this, and you've ever done an investigation using a spirit box, could you let me know? Because at first I thought it might have just been, the radio frequencies, because obviously it's travelling at very high speed. But the fact that it keeps happening, and it got louder in the basement. As soon as I said, can you give me a sign? It just got louder and louder. And I've never had that before. I'm going to try an EVP and see if we can get any voices, because I want to get some, communication, because I'm a bit curious. But I also want to point out as well, there was a YouTube channel that came in and they did a Ouija board seance in here. So I don't know if that's attracted things that shouldn't be here. I mean, usually when you do that, it can attract other spirits or entities. But the fact that obviously someone was murdered in the kitchen here, she was killed, beat up, battered, stick poked through the head, stabbed to death, and the fact that I keep hearing dragging, I hate it. It's horrible. The fact that she went through such a gruesome killing, and the fact that this happens, it's really scary. Even though I know it was years and years ago, but the reason why we do this, genuinely guys, is because we want to know if these stories that we get told, we want to know if it's true. Do you know what I mean? And if people are suffering, if the spirits are suffering here, we want to know if there's a way that we can actually help them, and we can actually, do something to help set them free. Trying to prove if there is an afterlife. And I hope that my videos do inspire you that life is too short and you've got to make the most of the time you've got, because none of us know how long we've got left. He's got a new piece of equipment. So
basically this can only be set off by somebody walking in front of the sensor. You know what I just had?
Did you have it? Did someone walk in front of it? Brilliant. Oh, that's
You know,
brilliant.
the hall going down to the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Proper like, she seemed a bit edgy. Alice.
I've
Like
experienced
untrusting.
Yeah, like
You know,
she's
like obviously, I feel like she's let this guy in, and with good heart, and she has, and
he's obviously betrayed
took
her.
advantage of that,
It-
and this is why she's probably saying get out a lot
Yeah, I
to
mean,
people.
it come through on the Spirit Talker, didn't it? Earlier, saying betrayed as well.
Yeah,
And I
spiteful.
did get out as well when I was in the kitchen myself, and yeah, I just keep feeling just offside. Like, don't know whether it's because obviously knowing what's happened here, and you know it's your mind playing tricks on you because you know that something bad has happened.
I
So
got
it's
like
been,
sorrowful, and like it was pretty much like me and Alice was sort of having a general conversation, like me and you, and she was like sort of, I'm glad you understand, I'm glad you respect.
Would you respect and understand me? Yeah. Well, that's really good. I did get a couple of like bits and pieces, but I'll not say anything. I'll let you check it out. When I first filmed this mansion, I honestly didn't believe it was haunted. I thought that any unusual experiences would probably be more psychological, given the fact that a real murder took place here many years ago. But during my solo sessions in the kitchen and the basement, I've captured things that still to this day I can't fully explain. The voice that appeared to say, "He beat me." I'll roll a clip again for you guys.
He beat me. He beat me. Just heard he beat me.
As well as the shouting and the dragging sounds that I captured in the basement and the kitchen. Were unlike anything that I've ever experienced before. Even after reviewing the footage over a year later, I still can't find a clear explanation for what may have caused them. If any of you watching can debunk the dragging sounds captured in the basement, then be sure to let me know in the comments below. I genuinely love to hear your thoughts. While I was investigating the kitchen, I mentioned that I could smell rotten eggs, and included the spiritual meaning often associated with it. However, there was also stained pillows and dampness in the cupboards inside the mansion, so it's entirely possible that the smell could have been caused by dampness or mould, and that's the explanation I'm leaning towards. That said, in some spiritual beliefs, an unexplained rotten egg smell is thought to symbolise a negative presence or lingering energy, which some people may feel fits the tragic events that happened to Alice in the kitchen. Out of every location that I've investigated so far, this was easily the scariest for me. It's one of those places that stays with you long after you've left. It's heavy, quiet, and deeply unsettling. Whatever caused the experiences we captured, there are still things I can't quite fully explain. I would have loved to have tried the Estes method session here, but unfortunately we ran out of time. If that's something that you'd like to see me try in this location, Ace Assassins, then let me know in the comments below and we'll see if we can make it happen. A huge thank you to Razor for showing me this location. As you saw at the beginning of our investigation, we started in the living room using the Spirit Talker app before I went alone and did my solo sessions using the Spirit Box. If you'd like to see the continuation of that session when Razor used the Spirit Talker, then make sure you head over to Razor's channel. The link will be in the description below. Go and check out his version and show him some support. Since filming this investigation, I've experimented much more within the paranormal field, and I can say that I don't believe the Spirit Talker app is 100% accurate, but either way, it was fun to give it a try. So Ace Assassins, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this documentary. If you did, please be sure to smash the like and consider assassinating that subscribe button if you're new. Again, thank you so much for your support, and until next time, take care and stay ace. Welcome, Ace Assassins. Done it again. Welcome. Okay. Come on. Guys, it's 30 degrees. I bet you're like, why are you wearing a gothic top in this weather? Guys, I hate summer. If you hate summer and you're sick of summer, drop it in the comments. I'm sick of summer. If you love summer, no disrespect to you, you're so awesome, but I just don't like summer. I hate it. I was born in summer, guys, but I just don't like summer. I'm a natural goth. I hate summer. But no, thank you so much, guys, for your support. I really hope you enjoyed this documentary. And yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Stay ace, you legends.